It's week 4 of the National Football League, and the wait is over.
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. Off we go from Vegas. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. It's the former LSU Tiger. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll stay on the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. This one complete to Bryant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the air one more time. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now they'll set up to throw. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Mahomes to Rice for a big play. 37 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 3.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And this time he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Raiders offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get him a first down here. Across midfield and down to the 45. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And a big game out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this first quarter. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Handoff here, up the middle, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He's got a man. That's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal. He will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Receiver in motion, headed left. They run on the jet sweep, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. To throw is Mahomes. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. Mahomes back. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vegas. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Look wide. Get this one complete. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver really knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw again. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. So we reach halftime here in Vegas, and the Raiders are in the lead. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports. Halftime report. It's all yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us. here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Mahomes. He's got his man right side. It's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Mahomes. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now, Mahomes. He'll get that one complete to Rice. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That is caught side of the end zone. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Chiefs 21.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Bryant.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Yard gain on the play. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Now a give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A tight end in motion now. They'll turn and hand this one off. Third down, 3 to go.
3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down when he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. He is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Off the play fake, Mahomes. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Motion man is Rice. Mahomes now on 2nd down. We'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. You've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Rice open. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs back within 7. It's 35-28. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. He'll get this out wide. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. We forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. We'll go with the drop play here on second down. He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now this time, they'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44. They'll stay on the ground. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. First and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now a handoff running right. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. They finish off the first month of the season perfect, as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long.